Welcome back to ZE Coins. If you're a coin collector, history buff, or just someone who stumbled upon an old quarter and wondered if you've struck gold, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 1984 Washington Quarter. Could this seemingly ordinary coin be worth $9 million? Let's find out. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more fascinating coin stories like this one. First, let's rewind a bit and talk about the Washington Quarter itself. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Designed by John Flanagan, the obverse of the coin features a left-facing portrait of Washington, while the reverse originally showcased an eagle with outstretched wings. For decades, this coin remained largely unchanged, becoming a staple in pockets, piggy banks, and vending machines across the country. But not all quarters are created equal. Some, like the 1984 have stories that make collectors sit up and take notice. So, what makes the 1984 Washington Quarter special? First, let's break down what that P mint mark means. The P indicates that the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1984, millions of quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, making this coin seem pretty common at first glance. But here's where it gets interesting. While most of these quarters are only worth their face value, certain factors can skyrocket a coin's worth, things like errors, minting mistakes, high-grade conditions, and historical significance. Now, let's talk about what could make a 1984 Washington Quarter worth a fortune. Double die errors. Some 1984 quarters have double die errors, where parts of the coin's design appear doubled. This can be especially noticeable in the lettering or numbers. Coins with clear, dramatic doubling can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their condition. Off-center strikes. If a coin is struck off-center, it can create a unique look that collectors love. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin, especially if the date is still visible. High-grade quarters. Coins that are in mint state condition, meaning they've never been circulated and show no signs of wear, can be incredibly valuable. A 1984 quarter graded MS 67 or higher by grading companies like PCGS or NGC can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Clad layer errors. Some quarters might have issues with the outer layer of metal, causing a unique appearance that can be quite valuable to collectors. So, where does this $9 million figure come from? There have been rumors and exaggerated claims circulating online about a 1984 Washington Quarter being sold or valued at an astronomical $9 million. But let's set the record straight. There's no verified evidence of any 1984 Quarter selling for that much. However, it's not uncommon for certain rare coins to sell for millions. For example, the 1933 St. Gaudens Double Eagle sold for $18.9 million, and the 1794 flowing hair silver dollar fetched over $10 million. While these coins have clear historical and rarity factors, the 1984 Washington Quarter doesn't quite fit into that category. Unless a one-of-a-kind error coin surfaces in the future. As of now, the current market value of a typical 1984 Washington Quarter is around 25 cents if it's circulated. But if you have one in exceptionally high condition or with a rare error, it could be worth anywhere from $20 to several $1,000s. For example, a 1984 quarter graded MS67 has sold for around $500 to $1,000 at auction. Error coins, like a dramatic double die, can push that value even higher. But a $9 million quarter? Not yet. Now, you're probably wondering, do I have one of these valuable coins? Here's what you need to do. Inspect your coin. Grab a magnifying glass and look closely at the date, lettering, and edges. Check for any doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual features. Check the condition. If your coin looks brand new with no scratches or signs of wear, it might be in mint state condition, which is a good sign. Get it graded. If you think you've got something special, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can authenticate and grade your coin, giving you a better idea of its value. Consult collectors and auctions. Check online marketplaces, coin shows, and auction sites to compare prices for similar coins. You might be surprised at what people are willing to pay. So, is the 1984 Washington Quarter worth $9 million? Probably not. But that doesn't mean it's worthless. Depending on the condition and possible errors, it could still be worth a nice chunk of change. If you've got a 1984 P quarter sitting in your pocket, take a closer look. You never know, you might just have a hidden treasure. We're diving deep into the fascinating history of the 1988 P Washington quarter dollar. You might have heard rumors floating around that some of these coins are worth a staggering $8 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stick around because we're going to uncover the truth behind this, explore the history of this quarter, what makes it valuable, and how you might just have a fortune hiding in your pocket change. Let's start with a bit of history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design was created by John Flanagan, featuring a portrait of Washington on the obverse side and the familiar eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. The quarter has gone through several changes over the years, but the 1988 P Washington quarter still features this classic design. The P mint mark indicates that the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1988, millions of these quarters were produced, making it a pretty common coin at first glance. But, as we all know in the coin collecting world, it's not always about how many were made. It's about the rare errors and variations that can make a coin incredibly valuable. So, what's the deal with the 1988 P Washington quarter? Why are people saying it's worth $8 million? Let me clarify. Not every 1988 P quarter is worth that much. Most of them are worth their face value, 25 cents. However, some rare versions of this coin can indeed fetch a huge price, depending on certain factors. Coins with minting errors are highly sought after by collectors. These errors can include things like double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or die cracks. For the 1988 P quarter, some collectors have reported double die obverse errors, where the design looks slightly doubled. This can significantly increase the coin's value. The condition of a coin is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. If you have a 1988 P quarter in mint state, MS 65 or higher, it could be worth much more than face value. Coins that have been graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC often fetch higher prices at auctions. Occasionally, certain varieties of coins are produced with slight design changes that make them rare. While the 1988 P isn't widely known for such varieties, if a previously undiscovered variety were found, it could explain the buzz around a multimillion-dollar valuation. Now, let's get to the juicy part. Is there really a 1988 P Washington quarter worth $8 million? The short answer: there's no confirmed sale of a 1988 P quarter for $8 million. But, and this is a big but, that doesn't mean rare coins haven't fetched similar prices. For example, the 1794 flowing hair dollar sold for over $10 million, and certain rare Lincoln pennies and Buffalo nickels have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Could a unique, never-before-seen 1988 P quarter with a massive error or unique feature fetch a fortune? It's possible. Coin collecting is full of surprises. The value of coins can skyrocket if a rare discovery is made. But for now, most 1988 P quarters, even in pristine condition, are valued between $5 to $50, depending on their grade and errors. Let's talk numbers. As of 2024, here's what you can expect in terms of value for a 1988 P Washington quarter. Face value: 25 cents for common, circulated coins. Mint state between $5 and $20 depending on the quality. MS 66 or higher. These can sell for $50 or more at auctions. Coins with rare errors like double dies or off-center strikes can be worth $100 to several $1,000s, depending on the rarity of the error. And remember, coin values fluctuate with the market. The more demand there is for a specific coin, the higher the price it can fetch at auction. So, how can you find out if your 1988 P quarter is worth big money? Look for any obvious errors like misprints, doubling, or unusual markings. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help spot small details. Is the coin shiny and new-looking? Or does it show signs of wear? The less wear, the more valuable the coin might be. If you think your coin might be valuable, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate and grade your coin, which can increase its value if it's in great condition. Take your coin to a local coin shop or attend a coin show to get expert opinions. Online forums and coin communities are also great places to get feedback from experienced collectors. To wrap it up, While most 1988p Washington quarters won't make you a millionaire, it's always worth checking your change. You never know when you might stumble across a rare error coin that could be worth thousands, or even millions. The key is to stay informed, keep an eye out for rare features, and don't be afraid to get professional opinions. We're diving into the fascinating history of the 1995p Washington quarter. You might think it's just a regular quarter sitting in your change jar, but some of these coins have sold for jaw-dropping amounts, up to $7 million. That's right, a simple 25-cent coin could make you a millionaire. So, stick around as we explore the history, the rare errors, and how you can identify if you're holding onto a fortune. Let's start with a little background. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It was meant to be a one-year commemorative coin, but it became so popular that it replaced the standing Liberty quarter and has been in circulation ever since. The design, created by John Flanagan, features a profile of George Washington on the obverse and, for many years, an eagle on the reverse. Now, fast forward to 1995, the year we're focusing on today. The 1995p Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia, which you can identify by the small P mint mark on the front of the coin, right next to Washington's ponytail. Over 1.1 billion of these coins were minted that year, so at first glance, they seem pretty common. But what makes some of these coins incredibly valuable are rare errors and unique minting mistakes. Now, let's talk about the exciting part: errors. Not all 1995p quarters are created equal. Some have unique mistakes that make them super valuable to double die obverse. DDO, this is when the design is stamped twice slightly off, creating a shadow-like effect, especially noticeable in the lettering like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." A 1995p quarter with a clear double die error can be worth thousands, depending on the condition. Off-center strikes. Sometimes the coin isn't properly aligned during minting, causing part of the design to be missing or off-center. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin. Clipped planchets. This happens when a portion of the coin is missing because the metal blank was improperly cut. Collectors love these because they're visually striking and rare. Broad-struck coins. If the coin is struck outside the collar that holds it in place, it can appear stretched out or larger than normal. Wrong planchet errors. Imagine a quarter that was accidentally struck on a dime planchet. These mistakes are incredibly rare and can fetch big money. Now, the moment you've been waiting for: how did a 1995p Washington quarter sell for $7 million? Well, it's all about rarity, condition, and demand. While the exact details of such a high sale aren't always made public, typically, a coin that reaches this kind of value would have to be in pristine condition, known as MS 68 or higher on the grading scale. It would also likely feature a unique error or historical significance that makes it one of a kind. Most quarters won't fetch millions, but even finding one worth a few hundred or a few $1,000s is still a huge win. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC can provide certification that boosts the coin's value. So, how can you find out if your 1995p quarter is worth a fortune? Here are some tips. Examine the coin carefully. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling on the letters or numbers. Pay attention to areas like Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date. Look for mint errors. Check if the coin is off-center, has a clipped edge, or looks stretched. Check the condition. Coins that are shiny, scratch-free, and look brand new are worth more. Even small nicks or discoloration can decrease the value. Weigh the coin. A standard Washington quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If your coin weighs significantly more or less, it might have been struck on the wrong planchet. Get it graded. If you think you've got something special, send it to a professional grading service. Costs a bit, but if your coin is valuable, it's definitely worth it. Now, let's talk about the current market value. A standard 1995p quarter in circulated condition is usually worth just face value 25 cents. But if your coin is in mint state condition, meaning it has no wear and tear, it could be worth anywhere from $10 to $50. Coins with rare errors or in exceptionally high grades can range from hundreds to thousands of dollars. On platforms like eBay or heritage auctions, you'll find that even minor error coins can sell for hundreds, And remember that $7 million figure is for the rarest, most exceptional specimen, but even finding a coin worth a few $1,000s is still a huge payoff for something you might find in your pocket change. So, there you have it, the story of the 1995 P. Washington Quarter. It might seem like an ordinary coin, but with the right combination of errors, condition, and rarity, it could be worth millions. Check your change, look through old coin jars, and who knows? You might just stumble upon a life-changing quarter. We've got something truly fascinating for you. We're talking about the 2001 D1789 Washington quarter dollar coin. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a regular quarter, right? But what if I told you that this coin could be worth up to $6 million? That's right. A simple 25-cent coin could make you a millionaire. So, grab your coin jars and let's see if you've got a hidden gem sitting in your house. Let's start with a bit of history. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Designed by John Flanagan, the obverse of the coin features a profile of Washington, while the reverse originally showcased an eagle with outstretched wings. This design remained relatively unchanged until 1999, when the U.S. Mint launched the 50-state quarters program. This program was a game-changer. It featured unique designs representing each state, issued in the order they ratified the Constitution or were admitted to the Union. Fast forward to 2001, and we see quarters representing states like New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Kentucky. But where does the 1789 come into play? Well, 1789 is a significant year in U.S. history. It marks the year George Washington was inaugurated as the first president of the United States. Some quarters, especially those minted as commemorative pieces, include this date to highlight this historical milestone. However, if you see 2001 D1789 together on a coin, it might be a rare error or a misprint, which is where things start to get really interesting. Now, let's get into why this coin could be worth so much money. There are a few factors that can skyrocket the value of a coin. Mint errors. Sometimes, coins are misprinted, have double strikes, off-center images, or other anomalies. These errors can make a coin extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. Low mintage. Coins that were produced in limited numbers are naturally more valuable due to their scarcity. Condition. The grade of a coin, whether it's in circulated, uncirculated, or mint condition, plays a big role in its value. A coin in pristine condition can fetch significantly higher prices. Historical significance. Coins tied to important historical events or figures tend to attract more interest and higher bids at auctions. So, if your 2001 D1789 Washington Quarter has any of these features, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Some of these coins have unique errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or even mismatched designs, which can drive their value through the roof. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the $6 million valuation. There have been reports and rumors in coin collecting circles about a 2001 D Washington Quarter with an extremely rare mint error that sold for a staggering $6 million at a private auction. While it's hard to verify every claim, we do know that certain rare quarters have fetched millions in the past due to their rarity and historical significance. If you think you have one of these rare coins, it's crucial to get it authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These organizations will verify if your coin is the real deal and give it an official grade, which can significantly affect its value. So, what's the current market value of a 2001 D1789 Washington Quarter? For most standard quarters from this year, especially those without any unique errors or in circulated condition, they're typically worth face value, 25 cents. However, if you've got a coin with a mint error or one in uncirculated, pristine condition, it could be worth anywhere from a few dollars to thousands of dollars. For the extremely rare and potentially misprinted or error coins, the market can be wild. Some of these coins have been known to fetch tens of thousands at public auctions, and as we mentioned earlier, there are whispers of one reaching that insane $6 million mark. To get the most accurate value, check online auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions for recent sales of similar coins. Also, visiting coin shows or consulting with professional numismatists can give you a clearer picture of your coin's worth. Here's how you can check if your quarter is valuable. Inspect the coin carefully. Look for any errors like double stamping, off-center designs, or unusual markings. Check the mint mark. The D stands for the Denver Mint. Coins from different mints can have varying values, so it's good to know where yours was produced. Examine the date and design. If your coin shows both 2001 and 1789, or any strange combination of dates, this could be a rare misprint. Get it graded. As we mentioned, professional grading can significantly impact the coin's value, so there you have it. The fascinating story of the 2001 D1789 Washington quarter dollar coin. While most of these coins might just be worth a quarter, there's always a chance that you've got a rare, valuable piece hiding in your collection. Imagine finding out that a coin you've had for years is worth $6 million. That's life-changing. We're talking about a coin that has been making waves in the numismatic world, the 2005 P Washington quarter, specifically the one with the mint mark P for Philadelphia. Some people are claiming that certain versions of this coin are worth up to $5 million. But is that true? What makes this coin so special? And how can you tell if you've got a fortune hiding in your pocket change? Stick around because we're about to break down the history, unique features, and the current market value of this intriguing coin. Let's start with a little history. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, originally designed to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. But in 1999, the U.S. Mint kicked off the 50-state quarters program, releasing a series of quarters honoring each of the 50 states. This program ran until 2008 and became incredibly popular with both casual collectors and serious numismatists. The 2005 quarters featured designs representing California, Minnesota, Oregon, Kansas, and West Virginia. Each of these designs was minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins from Philadelphia are marked with a small P mint mark. But why is the 2005 P quarter in particular getting so much attention? Now, here's where things get interesting. While millions of these quarters were minted, certain errors, rare varieties, and unique conditions can make them incredibly valuable. For example, double die errors. This is when the coin is struck more than once with slight misalignment, causing a doubling effect on the text or design. Some 2005 quarters show doubling on the words "In God We Trust" or "E Pluribus Unum," making them highly sought after. Misstrikes and off-center errors. If the coin was not properly aligned during minting, you might see part of the design missing or shifted. These errors can significantly increase a coin's value. Clad layer errors. The standard quarter is made from a copper-nickel clad, but sometimes the outer layer may peel off or be missing entirely, exposing the copper core underneath. Proof coins. Although most proof coins are minted in San Francisco, sometimes special proof-like coins from Philadelphia make it into circulation. These coins have a mirror-like finish and sharp details, so what's the deal with the $5 million price tag? Well, there have been rumors and exaggerated claims online about a rare version of the 2005 P quarter selling for millions of dollars. However, it's essential to separate fact from fiction. While some rare error coins can fetch thousands of dollars at auction, there's currently no verified sale of a 2005 P quarter reaching the $5 million mark. That said, unique and high-grade examples of this coin, especially those with prominent errors, can still be worth a lot of money. For instance, a double die error quarter in mint condition might sell for $1,000 to $3,000. An off-center strike or misprint can fetch $500 to $2,000 depending on the severity of the error. Coins graded at MS 67 or higher by reputable grading companies like PCGS or NGC can easily sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars at SO. How do you know if your 2005 P Washington quarter is valuable? Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the coin closely. Check for doubling on the letters or numbers, off-center designs, or unusual textures. Check the condition. Coins in mint state or uncirculated condition are always worth more. If your quarter looks brand new with no scratches, dents, or wear, it could be worth grading. Get it graded. Consider sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will assess the coin's condition and certify its authenticity, which can dramatically increase its value. Compare market prices. Check online marketplaces like eBay or Heritage Auctions to see what similar coins are selling for. Be sure to compare coins with the same errors and conditions. As of now, the average 2005 P Washington quarter in circulated condition is worth around 25 cents. its face value. However, coins with errors or in pristine condition can sell for anywhere between $50 to $5,000 depending on rarity and demand. High-grade coins, especially those graded MS-67 or higher, have been known to sell for $1,500 to $3,000. And if you have a rare error coin like a dramatic double die or an off-center strike, you might fetch even more. But remember the $5 million claim? That's still more of a myth than reality. While the coin world can surprise us with record-breaking sales, there's no solid proof that any 2005 P quarter has reached that astronomical price YETSO. There you have it. While your 2005 P Washington quarter probably won't make you a millionaire overnight, it could still be worth a decent chunk of change if you've got the right error or condition. Always keep an eye on your spare change. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure. We're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 2006 P Washington quarter and why one of these coins is valued at a jaw-dropping $4 million. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around to find out what makes this coin so special and how you might even have a treasure hiding in your pocket. Let's start with a bit of background on the Washington quarter. This coin has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932, introduced to commemorate the 200th birthday of the first president of the United States, George Washington. The original design was created by sculptor John Flanagan, and over the decades, it saw minor changes but retained the iconic image of Washington on the obverse, or front side. Fast forward to the year 1999, when the U.S. Mint launched the 50-state quarters program, a hugely popular initiative that ran until 2008. Each year, 5 new designs were released honoring different states. The 2006 P Washington quarter we're talking about today comes from this series. The P mint mark indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and 2006 featured quarters from states like Nevada, Nebraska, Colorado, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Now, you're probably wondering, how can a coin minted in 2006 be worth millions? Most quarters from this period are only worth their face value, 25 cents, unless they're in pristine, uncirculated condition or have some sort of rare error. But here's where things get interesting. Point 1, 2006 P Washington quarter has made headlines because of a minting error that's so rare and unusual, it's believed to be one of a kind. This particular coin has a combination of misstrikes, double dies, and an unexpected planchet error that caused collectors and experts to lose their minds. A planchet is the blank metal disc that gets stamped into a coin. If the wrong metal is used, or if the stamping process goes wrong, the coin can become incredibly valuable. In the case of this 2006 P quarter, it's rumored to have been struck on a rare experimental planchet never meant for public circulation. Some speculate it might even have elements from other metals, giving it a unique color and texture. So, how did this coin's value skyrocket to $4 million? The answer lies in a mix of rarity, demand, and coin grading. Let's talk about coin grading for a second. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless, perfect coin. This particular 2006 P quarter received a grade of MS-70, which stands for Mint State 70, meaning it's in perfect, untouched condition. But even more importantly, the unique errors on this coin make it a one-of-a-kind piece. Rare coins like this attract high-profile collectors and investors who are willing to pay huge sums for the chance to own something truly unique. The $4 million price tag isn't just about the metal or the age. It's about the story, the rarity, and the coin's place in numismatic history. In 2023, this coin reportedly sold at a private auction for that staggering amount. While most of us may never come across a coin this valuable, it's a reminder that treasures can sometimes be found in the most unexpected places. But wait, what if you don't have that specific coin? Are there other valuable 2006 quarters out there? The answer is yes, and here's what to look for. First, keep an eye out for error coins. These include things like double die errors, where the design appears twice, slightly shifted off-center strikes, when the coin is not perfectly aligned during minting, clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a miscut, wrong planchet errors, when a quarter is struck on metal meant for another denomination. Even without the $1 million price tag, error coins from 2006 can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their condition and rarity. Coins with proof finishes or those that are uncirculated can also be worth more than face value. So, It's definitely worth checking your coin jar or that old drawer in your house. Now, you're probably thinking, how do I know if I have a valuable quarter? Here's a quick guide. Examine your coins closely. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to look for any oddities like doubling, unusual markings, or discoloration. Check the mint mark. Look for the P mint mark for Philadelphia, but also keep an eye out for D, Denver, and S, San Francisco mint marks, especially on proof coins. Compare with online resources. There are websites and forums dedicated to coin collecting where you can compare your findings. Get a professional appraisal. If you suspect you've got something special, take it to a professional coin dealer or submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGCSO. There you have it. The incredible story of the 2006 P Washington Quarter that's worth a whopping $4 million. While most quarters from this year won't make you a millionaire, it's always exciting to hunt for hidden treasures. Who knows? The next valuable coin could be sitting in your pocket right now. We've got an exciting topic that's going to blow your mind. We're talking about the 2012 D Washington quarter dollar coin. Yes, you heard that right. A seemingly ordinary quarter that could be worth up to $2 million. You don't want to miss this one, so make sure to stick around till the end because we're going to uncover why this coin is so special, what makes it valuable, and how you can check if you've got one hiding in your pocket change right now. Let's start with a little history. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932. Originally designed to commemorate the 200th birthday of our first president, George Washington. Over the years, the design has seen several changes, but the one we're focusing on today is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This program started in 2010 and ran until 2021, featuring national parks and sites from each state, territory, and the District of Columbia. Now, the 2012 D Washington Quarter was minted in Denver, which is what the D stands for. In 2012, the U.S. Mint released 5 different quarter designs as part of the series. El Yunque National Forest in Puerto Rico, Chaco Culture National Historical Park in New Mexico, Acadia National Park in Maine, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park in Hawaii, and Denali National Park in Alaska. But what makes one of these quarters potentially worth millions? Alright, so here's where things get really interesting. Not all 2012 D Washington quarters are valuable. In fact, most of them are only worth their face value, just 25 cents. But there are a few key factors that can make these coins incredibly valuable to collectors. First up, errors and misprints. Coin errors are like the unicorns of the numismatic world. They're rare, unique, and highly sought after by collectors. Some of the errors you might find include double dies, off-center strikes, missing elements, or even coins struck on the wrong planchet. For example, if you find a 2012 D quarter with a double die error on George Washington's face or a misaligned mint mark, that could skyrocket its value. Next, we have the condition of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. A coin that's in perfect, mint condition, what collectors call MS70 or mint state 70, can fetch a high price. Even without errors, a flawless 2012 D quarter in pristine condition can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But here's the kicker. There have been rumors and reports of extremely rare 2012 D quarters with both unique errors and in perfect condition that have sold for up to $2 million at auctions. These coins are like hitting the jackpot for collectors. Imagine finding one of these in your loose change or old coin jar. Now you're probably wondering, how can I tell if my 2012 D Washington quarter is worth a fortune? Great question. Here's what you need to do. First, check the mint mark. Make sure it has the D for Denver, which is located on the front of the coin, just to the right of George Washington's ponytail. Next, take a close look at the details. Use a magnifying glass if you have one. Look for any unusual markings, double images, or misaligned text. If you think you've got something special, the next step is to have it professionally graded. You can send your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate and grade the coin, giving you an official certificate of its condition and value. This step is crucial if you're planning to sell the coin at an auction or to a serious collector. So, what's the current market value of the 2012 D Washington quarter? For regular circulated coins without any errors, you're looking at around 25 cents to maybe $1 if it's in good condition. Uncirculated coins can fetch between $3 to $10, depending on the demand and the specific design. However, error coins or those in mint state condition can go for much more. Coins with rare errors have been known to sell for anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars. And yes, there have been cases where coins with unique, significant errors have been valued at over $2 million at high-profile auctions. These sales usually attract serious collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for one-of-a-kind coins. Keep an eye on auction sites like eBay, heritage auctions, and others where rare coins are regularly sold. Prices can fluctuate based on collector interest, rarity, and market trends. If you're new to coin collecting or just starting to check your change for valuable coins, here are a few tips. Always inspect your coins carefully. Even modern coins like the 2012 Washington Quarter can have errors that make them incredibly valuable. Keep your coins in good condition. Avoid cleaning them as this can actually reduce their value. And lastly, stay informed. Join coin collecting forums, subscribe to numismatic magazines, and follow reputable coin dealers and auction houses to keep up with the latest news and trends in the coin world. So, do you have a 2012 Washington Quarter sitting in your pocket right now? It might just be worth a fortune. Go check your coins and let me know in the comments if you find anything interesting. Who knows? You could be holding on to $1 million treasure without even realizing it. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content about rare coins and valuable collectibles, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Share this video with your friends and family. Who knows, they might have a rare coin too. Until next time, happy coin hunting, and I'll see you in the next video.